Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Journey with Vijay Kumar Shrivastav. Today we are going to study the topic synchronization in hybrid seed production. Before presentation I would like to introduce myself. I am Vijay Kumar Shrivastav. I have done M.Sc Agriculture with specialization in Agronomy from Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar in 1996 and presently associated with private job in seed industry. So let's move to the video presentation. First to go through synchronization. What is synchronization? Simultaneous flowering of male and female parents in hybrid seed production is known as synchronization. It is also known as nicking. Synchronization in flowering between the parental lines assumes greater importance as the seed set on female parents depend on the amount of pollen supplied from the male parent during flowering period. Synchronization plays as an important factor where quantity and quality is concerned. Synchronization is concerned with hybrid seed production where two parents are used. What is hybrid seed? The seed which is F1 generation produced from a cross between genetically dissimilar parents, and the hybrid vigor or heterosis is the absolute phenomenon where expression of the characteristics such as growth related traits, flowering and yield fall outside the range of its parents with superiority. Foundation seed source in hybrid seed production. The foundation seed should have quality as per seed standards and it should be from truthful sources. In hybrid seed production, we have to use two parents. First one is A line, which is female parent and sterile parent. Second is R line, which is male parent and that is also referred as restorer parent. In hybrid seed production of some crops like pearl millet bajra, sorghum jowar, rice, mustard, sunflower, castor, sorghum Sudan grass, SSG, the female parent is sterile parent, while in some crops like cotton, okra, chili, tomato, we are following emasculation procedure to make female sterile. In case of corn hybrid seed production, by detasseling method, female is made sterile. Detasseling refers to the process of removal of tassels from female line in maize hybrid seed production or corn hybrid seed production. Here we will go through the principles of hybrid seed production. The example is maize hybrid seed production. Here we are using two parents. First parent is A line, which is known as female parent. In case of maize hybrid seed production, in female detasseling procedure is followed to make female sterile. And second is male parent, which is restorer line. Here we are maintaining the female to male row ratio of 4:1 to 6:2. It may depend on parents' flowering behavior characteristics. And after crossing of A and R line, there is outcrossing through wind pollination and the resulted seed will be F1 hybrid. There are various stages like sowing to vegetative, boot leaf stage. After that, flowering stage where we have to do detasseling in boot leaf stage from female line. Then cross pollination will take place, seed development, maturity, harvesting, and ultimately the female harvested produce will be F1 hybrid seed. Now importance of synchronization. Synchronization of flowering of A line with R line in certified hybrid seed production plots is essential in order to ensure pollen availability in the R line when stigmas emerge in the A line. Synchronized flowering results in good seed set in A line, female line and higher seed yield in production plots. Synchronization improves quality as perfect synchronization eliminates chances of contamination with foreign pollen of contaminants and it will result in timely harvesting of crop and seed uniformity. Here we will go through synchronization status of various crops hybrid seed production. Like in corn hybrid seed production, a synchronization is concerned. In male, there should be tasseling, pollen bursting, and simultaneously in female there should be silking. So, if there is good combination during flowering, it will result in good seed set, good outcrossing, and higher seed yield. Same in case of millet hybrid seed production. In case of male, there should be pollen shedding, while in female, there should be timely stigma opening simultaneously. So, if situation is matching, it will result in best synchronization. In case of hybrid rice seed production, in male, there should be pollen shedding, and in case of female, there should be stigma opening. And in case of sorghum, the situation is same. So if male and female flowering, the reproductive organs are opening at the same time, it will be result in perfect synchronization. Factors affecting synchronization. Crop should be in frequent observations to check nicking synchronization status for same time flowering. There may be little variations in flowering which may depend on various factors like flowering behavior. The R line and A line may differ for flowering due to their inherent genetic differences for this trait, as well as due to their differential photothermal sensitivity. Male and female lines are behaving differently in different conditions. So, while hybrid seed production, first we have to check the suitability of both parents to match synchronization. Second is climatic conditions like temperature sensitivity, low temperature and high temperature, because parents are behaving differently where the temperature is related. So the environment and conditions should be according to the parental lines. Second is relative humidity, which also plays important role for seed setting and outcrossing. Then rainy weather conditions. During reproductive growth, if rainy weather prevails, it will impact the reproductive growth, and there may be differences. And also while crossing, if there is raining conditions, it will result in pollen washout and impacting stigma receptivity. Then wind velocity, which is also one of the important factor for outcrossing. Next is agronomic management practices like timely irrigation scheduling, fertilizer applications, crop management, application of GA3 and growth promoters, chemicals, etc. In case of hybrid rice seed production, GA3 application is must and it is compulsorily used for the synchronization of male lines. Synchronization necessitates generating information on flowering time of parental lines of hybrids in actual seed production areas rather than in experimental areas. So there should be seed production research if we are going for large scale hybrid seed production in any area. So there should we have historical supporting data which favors hybrid seed production. So in such cases, if there is difference in synchronization, the corrective measures should be taken. Male line should be 2 days advance as per recommendations. Now measures for synchronization of flowering. To ensure the proper synchrony of both parents at flowering, there should be certain measures taken, like must follow the recommended staggering of the particular area. If we are going for the hybrid seed production in a particular area, we should follow the staggering scheduling. Means the differential planting of male and female parents depending on their flowering behavior to match synchronization correctly. We must follow the recommended sowing schedule in optimum window period, because in hybrid seed production, the best suitable sowing window should be preferred. It will result in good synchronization as there will be favorable conditions for growth of male and female parents. In time transplanting has great role in synchronization. If there is differences, it will result in difference in flowering and there will be problem related to synchronization. Timely fertilizer application, which will lead to correct synchronization. If any differences will result in minor variations. Proper water availability for irrigation. Irrigation is one of the important factors which impact synchronization. If there is delay or excess irrigation, it will impact the flowering behavior of parents. Timely and accurate agronomic operations. It is also one of the important factors which impact the growth. If it is not properly maintained, there will be differences in flowering. Use of chemicals or growth regulators. Certain chemicals and growth promoters are required as per the conditions, which will be supportive in managing synchronization. Check the panicle primordial initiation and predict the synchrony based on parental behavior. At the time of panicle primordial initiation, we have to check the status of both parents, by which we can take the corrective measures in advance to match the synchronization perfectly. In hybrid seed production, as we are using two different parents, female parents and male parents, and they are having the different flowering behavior. So, staggering is one of the prime factor to manage synchronization in case of hybrid seed production. What is staggering? Staggering refers to the differential sowing of male and female parents to achieve proper synchronization of flowering of both parents during hybrid seed production. Staggering depends on flowering behavior of both male and female parents. Of hybrid seed production, as the male and female parents are having different reproductive growth and its flower opening. So, in most of the cases, the parents are shown on different sowing dates, and there are few lines where the male and female parents are shown on same date. Staggering aims to get matching of pollen shedding of male and stigma opening of female simultaneously for best nicking to result in perfect crossing and seed setting. Proper staggering should be adopted based on flowering behavior of parents in producing environmental conditions for perfect synchronization. So, before proceeding to commercial scale hybrid seed production, there should be first seed production research regarding study of both parents' behavior in certain production conditions. Now we'll go through synchronization management practices in some crops like rice, millet, sorghum. First one is rice. In case of hybrid rice seed production, for synchronization management, there are various measures should be taken. Like first one, staggered sowing of male parent. As earlier we studied, staggering is one of the important factor for synchronization management. In case of hybrid rice seed production, male is having 3 staggered sowing dates, means male nursery soaking is done in 3 differential dates. It is done for the adequate supply of male pollens to the female stigma to result in better outcrossing and high seed yield. Second is fertilizer application methods. Urea spray at the rate 2% enhance flowering. So, the parent which is getting delayed, we have to spray urea spray. Second is spray the later developing parent with potassium dihydrogen phosphate at the rate 1.5%. Means the parent which is having the late flowering behavior, we have to spray potassium dihydrogen phosphate, which will result in 4 to 5 days development gaps between parents. Then foliar spray of 400 ppm malic hydrazide mh to female parent at panicle initiation stage, which delay the flowering by 3 to 4 days. If any parent is getting advanced cases, to delay the flowering, we have to spray malic hydrazide. Third method is water management, by which we can manage synchronization up to some extent. During later stage of panicle differentiation, this method is suitable, preferable. Draining water from fields delays male parent panicle development. If male is getting advanced, in such cases, we have to drain out the male rows water and keep them dry. So it will delay the panicle development. Fourth is gibberellic application. A spray of gibberellic acid at the rate 75 gram per hectare with knapsack sprayer in 2 split doses are required to manage synchronization, and it is the one of the best effective method and which is followed everywhere for hybrid rice seed production. First spray is done at 15 to 20% ear heads emergence, and second spray in the next day to enhance seed set. Now synchronization management in millet hybrid seed production. In general, male flowering should be 2 days early to female flowering. It will also avoid the chances of contamination from contaminants. Parental lines may vary for flowering due to photothermal sensitivity nature. To manage synchronization, staggering is one of the important factors. So there should be a staggered showing of male and female parents as per the historical data experimentation in certain production areas. Artificial synchronization is also practiced in millet hybrid seed production. 6 to 8 days advancement by 3 to 4 spray of 4% urea at 2 to 3 days interval at boot leaf stage is recommended. Application of micronutrients are needed to boost up growth, which will be helpful in managing synchronization. Selective irrigation to late parent is also adopted. Delay in irrigation to late maturing parent creates artificial stress, which is found effective in hastening flowering. After that, decobbing or jerking of early parent, which refers to the removal of advanced ear head if any parent is getting advanced. So in such cases, we have to remove the ear heads, which will be helpful in managing synchronization, by which the tillers will get ear heads on time. Another method is chemical method, where gibberellic acid and abscisic acids are used to manage the synchronization. Since pearl millet is nitro-positive crops, means it is sensitive to nitrogen application, increase in the dosage of nitrogen application has been used to hasten to advance the flowering, which also enables the parental lines to bridge the marginal gap in the flowering period. The flowering behavior could also be manipulated by the use of different chemicals like gibberellic acid, foliar spray of nitrogen, phosphorus, and pre-sowing hydration, which enhance or hasten the flowering. Now synchronization management in sorghum hybrid seed production. Here also there should be a staggered sowing of male parent. Second is a spray on advancing parent by 500 mg of malic hydrazide in 1 liter of water 45 days after sowing. It may vary depending upon the flowering nature of the parents. 1% urea solution can be sprayed on late parent to enhance flowering. One irrigation can be skipped for the advancing parent, means the parent which is getting advanced, we have to stop irrigation. After that, flowering can be delayed by spraying CCC, chlorochlorine chloride, at the rate 300 ppm. So depending upon the status at the flowering, we can take the various measures which is effective in managing synchronization. Here to go through effect of poor synchronization in maize hybrid seed production. There are 3 consequences of poor synchronization. First, pollen is too early or silking late relative to pollen. In this case, the base of the cob will be pollinated with the tips empty. Depending on the percent seed set, yield loss is usually low, since the kernels at the base of the cob are usually larger and compensate better than the normally smaller kernels at the tip. In such case, we can expect higher proportion of large round seed compared to other seed grades. Second case is silking too early or late pollen set relative to silks. In such case, the tips of the cobs will be filled with blind buds. Yield loss is usually high since large but kernels missing, but a small kernels is on the tip present. The seed will comprise mostly a small round and thick grades with a small proportion of medium flat seed. Third consequence of poor synchronization is inconsistent or insufficient pollen shedding. Here, the filling of the cob is irregular with empty cobs when pollen is not available, and yield loss is high due to reduced kernel number. So, there are various conditions of poor synchronization in case of maize hybrid seed production. Now, synchronization management in maize hybrid seed production. Like earlier crops, here is also staggering is very important, where we have to go through differential sowing of male and female parents according to the flowering behavior. Second, clipping 2 to 4 whole leaves of the male plants when 4 to 6 leaves are fully emerged. It will be determined by the presence of the leaf colors, and this method is effective in delaying pollen shed by 2 to 3 days. This method is followed when male is getting advanced compared to female. Third is adding extra phosphate and nitrogen fertilizer in the planting furrow of the male or female may hasten or enhance plant growth, particularly in soils that are not very fertile. But the hastening of plant growth may only cause flowering to occur 1 to 2 days earlier than if no fertilizer were applied or if fertilizer were broadcast. So this method is having the little impact of management. Fourth is irrigation applied 1 to 2 weeks flowering will ensure that the silk emerge at the expected time, especially if the weather is hot and dry at the time. Fifth, in case where male plants are insufficient due to germination failures, pollen may be collected from remaining plants, bulked into paper pots and applied to the silks of female plants alternatively. So this method is effective if we are collecting the pollens and we are crossing to the silks where the pollen plants are not available in surrounding areas. Sixth is walking through the field at pollen shed with motorized mist blowers, which can blow the pollen across the female rows and improve pollination. Here, by using the movement or using motorized blowers, the pollen movement will be fast and it will fall on the stigma and result in better pollination. Seventh, early detasseling can hasten or advance the emergence of silks on females by 1 or 2 days. So, where the male is getting advanced and female is delayed, so we have to go for early detasseling in female. Eighth measure, cutting back the sheath on the ear, which can advance silk emergence by 2 to 3 days. But at the cob grows, it may extend out of the cut sheath leaves and exposing the tip to insects, birds and diseases. When female is getting delayed, so in such case, this method desilking is preferred to enhance female flowering. So this presentation was all about synchronization techniques in hybrid seed production. Hope this will be useful to all of you. Thank you very much. I have given here my YouTube channel details. Journey with Vijay Kumar Shrivastav. Having request, please visit the channel, subscribe it and provide your valuable feedbacks. Thank you.